Well, call him Jan Antlik or Karel Sroubek. Either way, it is a tangled web of information that surrounds him and his fight to stay in New Zealand. Checkpoint can now reveal he's laying claim to a multi-million-dollar house that's in the name of his in-laws and is being sold by an Auckland real estate firm. Convicted drug smuggler inmate champion kickboxer turned political football. Who is the real Karel Sroubek, or should we say Jan Antlik?
I spent 12 months in a 6-person residence within the Wiri Auckland South Correction Facility. So, yeah, I got to know him pretty well. It's a minimum security environment where each person gets a room, a shared lounge, shared cooking facilities. So, you spend 17 hours a day with this individual, so you get to know them well.
That's Alex Sweeney, former prisoner and effectively Antlik's jail flatmate. Inside, Antlik works as a gym instructor and for a building supply company.
But his day started with yoga. And that was a voluntary yoga exercise that he led within the residence.
You heard right, yoga. John Sinclair is Jan's prison yoga instructor. Sees him every Tuesday.
His demeanour was always very sort of serious and, we're here to do yoga, let's get on with it.
The so-called Czech gangster is training to be an instructor himself.
If he was a gangster before he came in, he is a diametrically opposed person and a changed person.
A recent decision denying Antlik parole confirms no issues with his behaviour in jail, but it notes he's evasive and untruthful and presents a more comprehensive risk of reoffending than his conviction history shows.
I'm not hugging a thug here. I saw plenty of thugs and plenty of gangsters in prison. Jan was not one of them.
That's inside, but beyond the wire, Jan, as the other inmates call him, has extended his hold on a multi-million-dollar Auckland property being marketed by Barfoot and Thompson. Asking price, $2.3 million. The section is huge by city standards, more than 1,300 square metres, complete with consent to carve it up into 3 separate titles. Gold, in other words. Here's the online blurb.
Black tie and cocktail dress evenings may be hosted in the formal lounge and dining, while the casual family room is a great place to kick back and relax. The kitchen's got all the modcons for quick, convenient meals.
On paper, 22 Abbott's Way is in the name of Antlik's in-laws. However, an investigation by Checkpoint has revealed Antlik placed a caveat on 22 Abbott's Way on the 26th of October, claiming a financial interest after his marriage broke down. The couple had been living in the 3-bed, 2-bathroom bungalow before he went to jail. It's been reported his wife no longer supports him staying in New Zealand and may seek a restraining order. Here's Jan's yoga instructor again.
My overwhelming impression of him has always been of sort of gentleness and almost shyness. Yeah, I mean, if there are some people who are feeling that he's some sort of volatile, likely to lash out and cause mayhem as soon as he gets out of prison, I'd be very surprised.
So back to that multi-million-dollar property where the title is in the name of Antlik's Russia-based in-laws.
With lead-light windows, exposed timber rafters and high studs.
Documents on the Auckland Council property file show he was involved in plans to develop the site, carve it up into 3 separate sections. Previous court judgments also detail how Jan Antlik paid more than $160,000 into an ASB loan account in his in-law's name to help clear money owed on the Abbott's Way property. As a consequence, the police previously put a lien on the site under the Proceeds of Crimes Act. When Checkpoint called agents Barfoot and Thompson last Friday, they were oblivious to the caveat. As for Jan Antlik or Karel Sroubek's residency case, the immigration minister's reviewing it following revelations that the former kickboxing champ may have travelled home to the Czech Republic, despite claiming his life is at risk if he's deported. Alex Sweeney says Jan's fears are real and were accepted in an earlier court ruling, and they haven't just surfaced with recent media attention.
And there is no doubt in my mind he was deeply, deeply concerned about his chances should he return back to Czechoslovakia as Karel Sroubek.
You mean life-threatening?
Yeah, no
concerns?
question about that.
So the strands are many, but who's pulling what strings and why?
I'm just talking about letting the facts settle, see where the cards fall, but see both sides of this.
And Barfoot and Thompson has ordered a new title and says it's seeking direction from the vendor's lawyer.